I just watched this clip and it honestly gave me chills. Police in Bin Phuc confirmed this was a workplace accident, happening on the night of May 25 at a plywood factory in Hung Long Ward. After watching it, I'm just shocked because the outcome is so severe. Inside the factory, everyone's working like normal at first. Then, a worker named Lou walks over to the glue mixing tank area, and the machine is already running. He starts pouring powder into the mixer, and right at that moment, the mixer's rotating arm suddenly grabs the powder bag. Everything happens insanely fast, like there's barely any time to react. The bag gets pulled in and it drags Lou straight into the tank, spinning him around over and over, and when you watch this part, it's just horrifying. The workers nearby panic, but their reaction is really quick. They rush over and cut the power in time. After that, they immediately get Lou to the hospital for emergency treatment. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And the outcome is, it's just horrific. According to the information that was clearly stated, Lou had his left arm and both legs severed, along with multiple other injuries. I honestly can't even imagine what he went through in those few seconds. A dashcam clip got shared in a social media group, and it captured a seriously heart-stopping traffic moment that had a lot of people getting chills. When this happened, it was drizzling, and you can tell right away the road is slick. Traffic is moving normally, and then, all of a sudden, a motorcyclist slips and goes down right in the middle of the road. And this person's reaction is crazy fast. The second they hit the ground, they're basically up immediately, and they sprint over to the side of the road to get out of the way. Less than a second later, a truck comes flying up from behind and rolls right over the exact spot where the rider had just fallen. That part is honestly haunting to watch. But the rider doesn't get hit by the truck. In the end, no one is hurt. Yeah, this kind of thing can happen at any moment if you're unlucky, or if you're even a split second slower. A Peugeot with a dashcam captured the entire crash. It happened on County Road DK46, near the village of Lasky in Poland. Trust me, the moment it goes down, you literally don't even blink. In the video, the car is driving down a really steep downhill stretch. Up ahead, there's an orange Scania truck pulling a trailer, coming down the slope too. Then, it reaches a right-hand curve, and the truck's front left tire suddenly blows out. The truck pretty much loses control, and it shoots straight into the oncoming lane right at the bend, where other cars are coming toward it. And then the truck hits a dark blue Kia Ceed head-on. The impact is so hard that the car gets launched up into the air, flips upside down, and flies over the road barrier. And it doesn't stop there. While the Kia is still airborne, it collides with a Peugeot that has the dashcam, the same car recording this whole thing. Everything happens so fast. And yeah, even the most experienced drivers can't always avoid sudden risks on the road. In the end, only the woman driving the Kia Ceed was taken to the hospital. She was conscious, and she only had minor injuries. This security camera video captured a workplace accident that happened around 10:30 p.m. on May 5th at a factory on Eşref Bitlis Street in the Ali Kahya Ataturk neighborhood. The ending is honestly the kind of thing that sticks with you. In the clip, you can see two workers in the area installing a newly purchased press machine. Everything looks pretty normal for the installation at first, and then Mr. Nekmi Shahin suddenly steps inside the machine, and from the camera, it's hard to tell why. It could be that something was malfunctioning, or something like that. And right at that moment, the press unexpectedly starts up. Shahin gets trapped inside the equipment, and it happens so fast that the person outside basically only has time to panic. The other worker immediately tries to cut the power, and then calls medical staff to come help. Shahin is pulled out in critical condition and rushed to the hospital. Sadly, even though the doctors tried their best, he didn't make it. Yeah, that's what happened. Workplace accidents can always be lurking, so everyone, please be careful. This clip comes from a homeowner's CCTV camera. It happened on September 7th on a small road in Andhra Pradesh, India. Just take a guess what happens next. In the footage, you see a small Tata Ace truck carrying oxygen cylinders driving along the road in Mandapeta. And right around that spot, there's a lot of traffic cars, motorcycles, even motorcycles coming the wrong way. And then, right as the truck moves into the middle of all that, the back of the truck suddenly explodes, like it just blows up like a bomb. The blast throws the oxygen cylinders out in different directions, and this thick white smoke shoots out everywhere. The truck driver reacts really fast and immediately stops. Then the driver and another person quickly get out and make it to safety. But nearby, two motorcyclists are injured from the explosion, and one of them is seriously hurt. After the crash, the truck driver ran from the scene, but later was arrested by authorities for the investigation. And the exact cause of the explosion still hasn't been determined. This video has been spreading online in China, and it was filmed at a scrap processing factory. Watching it, I honestly don't even know if I should call it reckless or just careless. From what the video shows, there's a worker operating an excavator to handle these large objects. At first, everything looks like a normal work scene. The machines are running and the job is moving along. But then the worker suddenly leaves the controls and walks straight into the working area of an industrial press. And right here is where you start getting that bad feeling. And the exact moment he steps into that dangerous operating zone, the machine suddenly starts up again. Things happen so fast, there's basically no time to react. The worker doesn't react in time and doesn't seem to realize the danger, and the accident ends up being extremely severe, with the chances of survival described as very low. I just watched this clip and it honestly freaked me out. It was filmed by a tourist and it happened on January 22 at an amusement park in Zhoukou City, Henan Province, China. The moment it loses control is seriously chilling. In the video, you can see a pretty big crowd of visitors riding one of those swing carousel rides. Everyone's sitting in the seats, the chains are pulled tight, and it looks like people are having fun. But just a few seconds after it starts running, the ride suddenly goes out of control. And right here, I jumped because it's not spinning normally anymore. It looks like it's completely off, and people are getting whipped around really hard. A bunch of the riders get flung hard, and they end up slamming into the metal bar of a truck that's parked nearby. The moment it loses control is the part that seriously gave me chills. According to the information that was clearly stated, the cause was an error by the ride operator. In the end, some people had minor injuries. But for something to turn into that in just a few seconds, it's honestly terrifying. This is one of those videos that's been going around online. It looks totally normal at first, and then it gets really bad. In the video, you see a man trying to saw through a pretty large tree branch. He's standing on a ladder, holding the saw, just working like normal. From the outside, everything seems fine, nothing really looks off. He keeps sawing, steady and consistent, and then the branch starts to crack and break. But the scary part is, it doesn't fall the way you'd expect. After it snaps, it swings back the other way and drops straight into the ladder. Right here, it's seriously dangerous. And yeah, exactly like that, the ladder gets hit by the branch, and the man, still holding the saw, gets knocked off and falls. Luckily, no one was hurt, but that was absolutely that could have gone so much worse kind of moment. This is a horrifying workplace accident. The video was pulled from a nearby security camera, and it looks like it's just a regular accident in a workshop, but when it gets to the main moment, it's honestly way too heavy. In the clip, this massive steel coil suddenly starts rolling down. And right away, a worker runs toward it and tries to stop the moving coil with his bare hands. When you watch this part, your stomach just drops, because a coil like that coming at you is extremely dangerous. And then, exactly like you fear, the worker gets pinned under the coil and crushed. It's genuinely disturbing to see. It happens right there on the spot, and the severity is just overwhelming. This video was filmed by a local witness. It happened at 11 AM on the 7th of March 2024 at the Bantayan overpass in Gunung Megang district, Muara Enim. Everything looks fine right up until the tragedy starts. In the video, you see a long-distance train traveling from Prabu Muli to Muara Enim. The train is moving along steadily, and it honestly looks like a completely normal moment. But as the train reaches the area where the Bantayan overpass is being built, there's a concrete beam being lifted up above, and things happen really fast, just a few seconds. Then that concrete beam suddenly drops, seemingly because it loses balance while it's being raised, and it falls straight onto one of the train cars passing underneath. When you watch that moment, you just freeze. A concrete beam dropping from above and hitting a moving train car. It looks terrifying.